Well, hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to It's a Love Thing Talk Show. Yes, we have some hot topics that we want to discuss with you and some fantastic guests as well. So, I'm Lady J Royal Diamond, and you know what I always say to you. We'll be right back. Join in with us, tune in, and have a great time with us. Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies, how are you today? How
How's my
everybody
fabulous
doing?
sisters?
Yes,
Wonderful, wonderful.
yes.
Nice to
Well,
see
you
you.
know what, ladies? I was just so upset about today. What's going on down in Washington? With the Capitol Hill. I think it's crazy. I don't know if y'all were watching it, but I think they need to, do something about this. This is really, really terrible what they're doing down there
Yeah,
with
it's,
the riot. I would
Absolutely.
consider riot. It's not protesting. They're doing riots. They are really because they're angry about Trump losing, and
mhm.
I believe that they need to get over it. They really do.
Yeah, well, you know what it is. It's the white
Mhm.
supremacists that they saying
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
doing these things, and they're
yeah.
still down there. They're not really paying attention to the rules and regulations. I just
Mhm.
pray that nobody else get hurt out of it, and they'll just go,
Exactly.
just go on about their business and do the right thing.
Mhm.
Because there was a
Yep.
lady that got shot throughout that earlier.
Right. Well, she actually passed away, so I want to send my
Yes.
condolences. Yeah, she passed
Oh,
away.
Yes. She
Yeah, they
did.
just
oh,
announced it maybe like a couple minutes ago. She
Yep.
passed away. So definitely want to send our
oh.
Yeah.
See, that's so
condolences.
sad, and this is
Uh-huh.
something that
Very.
Trump started. I gotta
Yep.
say this, you know.
But that's why I said, they need to, understand this man
Oh,
does not. Why? How can you argue and fight, still fight over something that you lost? Like, really, you
Mhm.
still saying that you won? I mean, he's really going through a whole lot, and I really think it's crazy that he's doing that.
but you know what,
Because
sis? That's a pride thing. It's
yeah,
pride with him. He's not used
Mhm.
to losing anything.
He's a sore
Remember,
loser.
yeah,
Sore loser.
and
Definitely.
remember, he was the one that used to fire everybody. You know
Mhm.
what I'm
yeah,
saying? So for
yeah.
him to get
You're fired.
fired,
You're fired.
yes. So for him to get fired from something, that's a pride thing. That's his ego.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I just hope it stops because
Yeah.
my concern is for the next president that comes in, the safety for them and their families, you
Mm-hmm.
Right.
know, because it's just a sticky situation
Yeah.
for Trump and Biden.
Yes,
Mhm.
and that's
Gonna
what
have
I
to keep,
feel. I feel like
yeah,
with Biden coming in there, the inauguration is not for what? How many? January 20th, the inauguration. I mean,
Yeah,
are they going to
couple
get it
weeks,
together?
couple weeks. And
Yes,
it's just a disgrace how they went and destroyed the Capitol. Like, I'm
yes.
just gonna keep it real and I'm gonna say it. If it was us
yeah,
and we
Mhm.
went in there, matter of fact, they wouldn't even give us the chance to get that close to get in there.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah. You're
yes.
right
I know you've
about
been
that.
shot. I've been more than one person shot. It would have been more
Yeah,
than that.
exactly.
Um,
We wouldn't have
and
been
they
that
could have.
close. We wouldn't have been able to disrespect the offices,
That's
sitting
right.
up in the office in a chair with our legs up on the desk, just
Yeah,
disrespect.
yeah,
We was
yeah.
taking
Isn't that
flags down, breaking windows. We wouldn't
but
have got
Yeah.
away with it.
isn't it crazy how they
Yes, it is
actually
crazy.
left a note on
Hmm.
the desk?
And left a
Mhm.
note on
Okay,
the car. Did you see
saying
that
that
note on the
they're
car? You see that note
yes,
on Pelosi? What's that? Her car. It says some crazy stuff. It's
you talking
crazy.
about Nancy
Yeah,
on
Nancy
Yeah,
Nancy.
they
Pelosi.
tagged her car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They tagged it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, and I
yeah.
think it was in her office that they left that note in there
It
saying that
was.
she'll be back or something like that.
It was in her office.
It's,
Yeah.
but it's
That's
sad.
terrible.
It's sad. Look at what everything that's going on today.
Yep.
Hmm.
Something never happened like that up on Capitol Hill.
Never.
Never.
And
My
I've
whole
been
thing is,
there a
why
couple
did it take
times.
so long for the National Guards? That should have been the first place you would think that they would have had
Right.
those National Guards up there
First
faster
of
than
all,
what
they
they
were
did.
surprised that
Yeah.
all that stuff was going to happen. They wasn't expecting that.
But they supposed to be
No.
prepared for stuff like that on Capitol
Yeah.
Hill, though. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
Oh, wait a
right.
minute. Wait a minute. They were prepared when they had them
Black Lives Matters.
Yeah.
When Black Lives Matters, exactly.
But remember, black,
Yep.
black.
Yep. Black
Black.
Lives Matter. They
You
had them,
understand?
all
Yeah,
those
you
coming
know.
out there.
Yeah. And they
Mhm.
didn't even come out there to try to riot or anything like that. They was just like protesting. These people went out there to riot.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
they really
Yeah.
wanted to riot.
They wanted to
They
destroy
still
some
want
stuff.
to, and they're
Yeah.
still saying that they're not going nowhere.
They
You
gave
Yeah.
them a
know?
6 o'clock curfew.
I
6 o'clock
I
curfew. And
know.
they still out there.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
it
yeah, they
was
started
enough.
till 6 o'clock up, and they supposed to be going, dispersing and going home. But
Mhm.
they're not gonna. Well, you know what? You know what? I blame society as a whole. I blame the world how they are when it comes to the prejudice out here. Because look, if it was any of them, they'd be ready to all kinds of tear gas, all kinds of spraying mace or anything around just to get them out when they say the
Yeah.
curfew.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they won't do anything to them. They just let them, and I just blame because they need to get it together and stop, portraying, and stop being dividing the country. And that's what's going on. It is so much division going on, and that's why we needed another leader, and we getting another leader because
Mhm.
we need this division. It's crazy. I mean, it's dividing everybody up. So
Absolutely.
And you know they talking about the mob stuff. They calling them the mob this and the
right,
mob that. And I
Mhm.
but with my
yeah,
heart, come on, people. You
mhm,
know,
Yeah.
come
We
on.
got to do better. They
We
got to
gotta
do
do
better. They have
better.
to do better.
Oh
Have
yeah,
my
to.
goodness. You
mhm,
know, and the thing about it is just like what you mentioned, Sweet Tea, this woman got shot. Now she's
yeah,
dead, and they're following. She's deceased. They're
Mhm.
following after what
mhm,
Trump is saying to them. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
just
And
ridiculous.
ladies, did y'all hear Trump message? Like his message
Yes,
was just
yes,
like,
I did. I heard it.
yes,
Mhm.
and he kept on saying that we won and they stole the vote.
He
he
keeps saying
But
that.
wait a minute.
That's the
keeps
whole
saying
problem.
that.
But he
That's
didn't
why they
come
keep
out
going
there.
after him.
Yeah, but he didn't come out there live. Y'all noticed that? That was
Yeah, he left a message. He did a
Yeah,
message.
a
yeah,
Absolutely. He
video.
did a
yeah.
message.
I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, okay, that's
That's crazy.
horrible
I
though.
think it's
You
crazy.
know,
I think something wrong. You know what? Those type of people, something is definitely wrong. I think some mental health issues going on for
oh
real.
yeah, for sure,
Mhm.
for
I
sure.
mean, like really, when you look at that, like things that's going on, you look at it and you say, wait a minute now, is this for real?
Yeah,
Is this you? Is this what a president supposed to do?
yeah.
I mean, I
Right,
really.
So
right.
sad.
Mhm.
President's supposed to unite everybody together.
Yeah,
And he's supposed to be our leader. You
Yeah,
know,
yes,
that just brings me back to like when Obama was in office. When Obama was in office, it just was a different order. You know,
yes.
whole nother
You
order.
know, what the thing is. This is why I'm so glad that the Democrats are winning the Senate, won the Senate
oh yeah,
because
yeah,
that's why
That's what
Obama
brought this on.
he tried to pass a lot of things and they wouldn't let him because they were all
Hmm.
Republicans mostly.
yeah.
Okay, so now that they voted on the senators, and most are Democrats, so
Mhm.
maybe we'll get some things passed with Biden because that was sad. Because everybody, I was noticing people. That's why this election brought out the true colors of people, and I'm gonna say it, the true colors of
Yeah,
people.
that's
Okay,
right. That's
okay,
right.
I'm gonna say
That's
it
You
like
right.
right,
this.
Dr. Rock.
Yes, I'm right. Because I'm gonna tell you, even people that call themselves my friend, they was like, men, whatever, that was friends, and they talking stuff on Facebook about um Obama and this and that. Obama didn't do this and Obama didn't do that. Yet, I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you about what Obama did because I'm gonna tell you something. That man did way more than what Trump is doing, or
Yeah.
did. So I
Okay.
just, people's colors come out, true colors will come out. Then you never know
Mhm.
what a person's really thinking until certain situations like this come up. You never
Yep.
know
Absolutely.
they
Hmm.
thinking.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
So,
I believe Obama did a great job.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what?
Mhm.
That makes me feel, think to myself, and even speaking real too, because we're speaking real talk. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Our people, stop being so much against one another. Let's bring it in with unity.
Right.
Yes.
I
You
agree
know,
with
we
you,
say
Lady J.
this all the
I agree
time.
with you.
Bring it in with unity. Whatever wounds that you had or
Mhm.
have, let it go.
And you
Let
have
it
to.
go. This is a
Mhm.
new year. This is the time for us to start loving each other, loving each
Mhm.
other back. Even if you had a problem with somebody, have that
Mhm.
forgiveness. Some people you
Right.
just may not want to
Yeah.
be around the surroundings, but
Mhm.
don't God forgive us for everything. We're not perfect.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so
Yep.
we just need to this is the time. God is doing so much and allowing so much to
Mhm.
happen to get
Mhm.
our attention.
Yeah.
Okay. What is our title? I'm walking in
Yeah.
my destiny. Part of
Yeah.
your destiny is about
Mhm.
love, faith, care,
Yes.
Mhm.
you know,
Yes.
lending a helping hand. Okay,
Mhm.
leaving all that junk behind, leave it behind. It's time
Right.
for more maturity to come about. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because
Yeah.
Mhm.
nothing's happening. We got to get together,
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta show more love. It's about showing more love. That's
Yes,
why this stage talk show is about love,
yes,
and I believe people need to show more love because
yes,
love is an action word.
yes, it is.
Yes. It
Because you
is.
can tell me
Yes,
you
it
love me
is.
all day, but if I don't see it,
That's
It
right.
means nothing.
it
Absolutely
means
That's
nothing.
nothing to
right.
me.
That's
So that's
Absolutely.
why love is an action word, and this is why people need to show it more and stop fighting against each other. You already have problems with other people and other races, so why fight against each other? Why not show love together towards each other and show, because you know you're not going to win either way if you know, because a lot of us are fighting against each other, and it's crazy. I really think it's
Mhm.
crazy. I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
doing it. I'm not doing
No.
none of that stuff. I'm not fighting
Mm,
against nobody.
no.
Mhm.
I'm just not doing it. You know.
Listen,
No.
life is too short.
Yeah.
Life is too short.
Too
Yeah,
short. Too short. That's
yeah,
what I say. I
yeah.
say it's too short. And our young men killing each other. I mean, that's sad. I mean, stop killing each other. Love,
Yeah,
show more love. Get, your disputes.
Mhm.
yeah,
Let's put these guns down. Let's
yeah.
put them down. Stop killing one another.
Yeah,
I
That's
mean,
true.
they
that right
definitely need
there
a
is the
solution
person. Yes, and I know you
on
have
that
a son,
homicide.
Tiffany. You got a couple of sons, Tiffany, and you got a couple. Sweet Tea. I'm sorry, Sweet Tea.
And you
You
had
got a couple
one.
of Sweet Tea. And
You
Lady J, you got a couple. You got a
I
couple.
listen, I be so terrified, Dr. Rock and Lady J, because I
Mhm.
hear on the news, and my sons, they're young adults, and it's like, I just would, I don't know what I would do if something would happen to them. And it's
Yeah.
always the ones that's always minding their own business, that's not into
Mhm.
the riffraff, are the ones
Yeah.
that always get hurt. And that's my
Yeah.
issue. I be
and you
on
know
edge.
what?
Mhm.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the OGs need to take the street back, grab
Mhm.
some of them, and help raise them up. Stop letting them intimidate to make you
Yeah.
scared not to do anything. It's the way that you make and approach a person.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everything is safe because I know some might be saying, huh, you can
Mhm.
approach people and they blah, 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 blah. But this is true.
Mhm.
It
But
Yeah.
is.
first of all, a lot of OGs got to get it together because a lot of the young ones are watching what a lot of OGs is doing. Everybody
Thank you.
doing
Yes.
it,
Thank you. You
Facts.
know,
right?
it's a mouthful.
Facts.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So
Because they
what's
looking at
that?
the old heads they looking at the old heads, whatever they doing. And they trying
Hmm.
Yeah.
they
But
Well,
trying to
we
do
used
their
to have so much respect for the
thing.
OGs. We used to
Mhm.
look like highly at the OGs.
Yeah.
We used
that's
to be
right.
like, wow, I know some of the OGs back in my day, I would be terrified. They just give you a look
Yeah.
and you don't want to look the other way. You wouldn't even want to look at them. You
But
know what
Yeah.
I'm
not
saying?
only with that, sweet tea, back in the day, parents used to tell parents what's going on, and their parent might tell them, if you see them doing something wrong, jack them up. You know,
Then you have my permission. And you
yes,
have my permission.
yes,
That's what they would
yes,
say. And
yes,
you have my
My
permission.
permission.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
but
it's
it
not
doesn't
the
happen like that
same.
now. Now
Yeah.
you go to the parents and they like, well, what did you do to my child? It's not. It's
Then you
not.
Or
gotta
the
fight the
child might
parent
be
or the
beating
whole
up.
family, right?
Yes.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
It is
It's
sad, but that's
true.
what's happening. That's what's
It's
happening
It's
today.
dangerous
I
out
mean,
here. It's
you know,
dangerous
yes,
in the
yes,
streets.
definitely.
yeah, it's
So
really, really sad. But
yeah. So
I just
dealing
hope and
with
pray
that,
everybody gets
dealing with what we saw and seeing what's going on right now in the United States,
mm-hmm.
okay, and dealing with the pandemic and all that,
Yeah.
people just dropping off
Okay. Yeah.
like crazy when it's dealing with that. This is called
Mm-hmm.
an eye opener. This is what I
Mm-hmm.
said. You know,
Yeah.
this is an eye opener, and
Mm-hmm.
we stay on the news and seeing what's going on, or would
Mm-hmm.
have called one another and say, "Hey, you checking this out and checking that out," and all that other kind
Right.
of stuff. So we just, like I said, we just got to keep on praying for
Yeah.
everybody surrounding and say, "Lord, please just bring this together as one."
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, what's gonna happen right now, Dr. Rock?
Oh, I just want to introduce this young lady. I call her young lady because she got a lot. She's an actor, and she does she's also like a guest personality on a
Right.
show sometimes on Philly Hot Radio Show. So
Okay.
what I want to do is just introduce her, and she's great. So her name is Sharon Pearson.
Okay. So Sharon is gonna be coming back on right after we go into this commercial. Okay. We hope
Okay.
you're gonna enjoy
All right.
our show. It's a
Hello, Sharon. How
Hello,
are you,
hello,
Sharon?
hello. I'm doing awesome. How are you guys?
Oh, we're great. We're glad to have you on the show today.
Well, thank you
Definitely.
for having me. I really,
yes,
really appreciate it.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yes. So Sharon, tell us a little bit about you, and then maybe you can talk about your topic that you want to talk about.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see. My name is Sharon Pearson. I'm an actress. I love to act. I love to travel. I'm also a travel agent.
Okay.
I work for the Philadelphia School District, and I also work for the federal government. So I'm like always doing something. I'm never keeping still. So I'm always here or there someplace. So this
Mm,
pandemic has got me like, because I can't really travel like I want to. So
right. Right. I
yeah.
know you're always going away. You stay going
Oh
away,
yeah, I'm
right?
always going somewhere. I'm always out the country. So this is like really hard for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right.
So,
Wonderful, wonderful. So could you tell what were you thinking about that you wanted to talk about today with your topic, Sharon?
well, my topic was talking about dating and relationships during a pandemic. Like
Mm-hmm.
that has got to be difficult, okay? Because number one, you don't want to be all up on anybody, period. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm thinking it's really got to be difficult for people who are seeking to be in relationships or who are already in like relationships with people now that may not be living together or spend a whole lot of time together. I did
Wait
a
a minute.
little research.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little research and I found out like 80% of seniors said that, they're willing to wait until the pandemic is over to go back to dating. And this is seniors. But
Mm-hmm.
40% of people who are like under 50, they were like, they're all for it. They're like all in. They're like, they don't even care. They don't even care that it's a pandemic. They don't care about social distancing or anything like that. They're just ready to just jump head on in.
Wow. Wow.
I'm horrified. I mean, like, what do you ladies think? I mean, I think if I'm already in a relationship with someone else, I'll be cool. But if I was out there seeking, then
Well,
I
you know
think I'd
what?
have to
I
stop
believe
seeking.
I believe a lot of
Well,
people now, what they would do is, let's go get tested and then we can date. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't think people doing all that
they
though.
not.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? They might be using this webcam online. They probably, FaceTiming, chatting, a whole lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
you can't
Yeah,
get
They're
to
right.
know this person if you don't
I
know them
have
as
to
well.
say
But
this.
at least you could, interact or something. A lot of Zoom calls and everything going on, something to keep it a little interesting and spicy. I don't know. Maybe I eat my plate of dinner and sip on my glass of wine, and you have your dinner, and
Wow.
y'all.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of
even the one that you may be with, you have
Hmm.
to be careful with that person too, because
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that
true.
person, you're still going to be interacting with other people. So you just got to make sure that both
Hmm.
of you are cool. Okay,
Yeah.
because you can be
Right.
doing
Hmm.
everything right, but then you could connect with
Yeah.
somebody that may not even realize what they have, because see, with the coronavirus, it's a sneaky type thing sometimes where you don't even feel
Yeah.
anything, or so you got to
Right.
be ever so careful. So if it was me, I mean, I'm just telling
Hmm.
you honestly, and I wasn't with somebody, I don't think I
Right.
would want to even date during this time. Go
Exactly.
out or anything with it, because you
Right.
just got to be ever so careful.
Hmm.
True.
Yeah.
I would stay focused now. What Sweet Tea was saying, we could talk
Hmm.
online. We could go
Yep.
on, at each other on
Hmm.
Zoom, or
Yeah.
all the other kind of things.
Yeah.
Right.
Duo, whatever. But
Hmm.
I would be kind of afraid now, to really interact with
Yeah.
that person side by side. Now, if the person really wants you, to show me proof you cool. But I would still kind of keep my distance.
Distance.
Right.
But one of the
Well, you know
problems
what?
is too.
I agree with both of y'all. You and Sweet Tea. When it comes to dating, I if I wasn't, well, I'm married. I'm married. Everybody knows that. So I'm just, if I wasn't married and I had to date, I wouldn't date right now either
Me
because of
neither.
what's going on. Because it's too dangerous.
It
And
is.
talking the phone, maybe talking the phone, whatever. Like you said, do a little bit Zoom, and or just don't date at all.
Yep. Do a little bit of Zoom, like
Mm.
Zoom. I mean, I'm just saying
Oh,
it's crazy because sadly a lot of people are asymptomatic. You know what I'm saying? So they
Mhm.
have it, but they don't have any symptoms.
Right. So
Right.
they
right,
just spreading it,
You
walking
know,
around just spreading it,
yeah,
just
right.
spreading it.
Yeah.
everybody don't have a
Yep.
fever. It just it's crazy. I mean, I know somebody who had it and they didn't have like any kind of symptoms or anything, they said. But when they
Right.
told me, they said they went and got tested and they were positive, and they were like, wow.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, absolutely. Some people just
Well,
don't know that they
mhm,
have it, because I guess it all
mhm,
depends on your immune system. But before you remember, they were starting out, when they first started talking about it, was all about the seniors, the seniors,
Right.
seniors. But it went all the way down to a 5 month or a 4 month old baby, 4 or 5 month baby. So
mhm.
anybody can get it. You
Yeah.
Exactly.
know, anybody.
So
Now
just imagine.
they got this
Mhm.
new stuff that just came out. I think it's the second
Oh,
stage,
good.
something like that, from over in China, that went over
It's
to,
crazy.
to LA, California, that's now over in New York. And I believe they said that it's in Pennsylvania now.
Man,
Okay.
it's crazy.
And
It's
it's supposed to
everywhere.
be worse. It's supposed to be worse than the
Mhm.
first coronavirus that came out. So you got to
Yeah.
be ever careful. And I suggest only go out if you have to,
Yep.
and just make sure you double mask or whatever you have to do. Just make sure you do those things, because this stuff is a killer. It's just
It's
not a
crazy.
regular virus. It's a killer.
Mhm.
Okay, and now they're dealing with the
Mhm.
vaccine out now
Mhm.
and everything, and they just don't even have enough
It's
that they
crazy.
thought was going to be put out, and they still saying that everybody may not be vaccinated who's
Yeah.
going to get vaccinated until
Right.
the rest of the year or another year or something like that.
2022.
Yeah.
They said
See,
It's
that's
crazy.
it's crazy.
And you know
So
what else is crazy is you have people who are in the medical profession who are like vaccinating their family members. Ain't that something?
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
just read about something the other day. I forgot where it was. There was like a surplus of the vaccine. And so these folks decided that they were going to start vaccinating their family members.
Wow. That's just as, like I heard too, that they were saying, do not think that you can go on like Amazon or online and buy the vaccine, because they were doing like blacklists and everything. Like, I'm like, who would want to get like a fake vaccine not knowing if it's the real vaccine or not,
Desperate
that's just
times.
too much.
People,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's just too much of a threat to be dealing with your life, or taking a chance to be getting some fake bootlegged vaccine that you're not
Right.
even sure if it's the real thing.
right.
Right. So imagine you call yourself getting some fake bootleg vaccine to be in a relationship with somebody, and the next thing you know, you have it, they have it, their friends have it, and two friends
But you
have it.
know what,
So
too,
that's why.
Sharon? People get really lonely. So what would you suggest
Oh
for like people that are really lonely during these times? Because
yeah. Okay.
some people could be really social and then missing out with the interaction on dating. So being lonely could be something really hard to deal with. What would you suggest with it?
Well, I don't know if I can say this, but I'm gonna say it. They could either let their fingers do the walking
Oh,
or go to
oh,
Walmart. I'm just saying.
oh.
I'm just saying. Triple A,
You said
D.
triple A, triple D, oh, triple
C.
D, oh, D better,
I'm
oh,
just
D,
saying, like, hey,
Hey,
D batteries. Okay.
all right.
you know what I'm saying? So,
So,
Would you say, Sherry? Where there's a will, there's a way.
trust me, people
Where
will
there's a
find a
will,
way.
there's a way.
I
Right.
just
Yeah,
say pray.
yeah, that too. Definitely.
Pray, Lord
Stay
help.
prayed up.
Okay,
Yes, stay prayed up.
That's right.
Pray and ask the Lord to keep you.
Yeah.
Yes. But
You
like I
know,
said, it's just sometimes things happen. God had to open all of our eyes. That's what's going on.
yeah,
Our eyes had to be open, and things that we wanted, we put our attention on other things, on material things. We put our attention on.
right.
We had to put our attention on Him. And a lot
That's
of
right.
things that's going on is because a lot of people was not putting their attention on God first.
Nope.
Mm.
And
Right. That's
they
right.
still not doing it. They still not doing it, but
Yeah.
they're saying a half of them. But what can we say? I mean, you just gotta live day by day and stay prayed up. That's all I can
Yep.
say.
That's all you can do, and that's a lot.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay,
And that's
so with
big
that,
one.
we're gonna go into a commercial. Okay.
Yes.
Then we're gonna
Yes.
finish this girl chat. All righty.
All righty.
So,
Right.
our audience, we thank you for tuning in with us.
Thank
And
you for having me.
you're
Yes.
welcome.
Love the show.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll be right back, though.
Be right
Okay,
back.
don't go nowhere.
Thank
All
All
right.
right.
All right, ladies. That is so
Yes.
nice with Sharon. She was
Yes.
so that's what you got to do. Don't fake the funk and
Yeah.
all that stuff, but keep it real. But we're going to be bringing her back on.
Yes.
So, what you got for us, Sweet Tea?
Listen, so what I have is we're going to bring on June Page, and we're going to see what she has to say about walking in destiny.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good topic for her to talk about.
Walking in
It
destiny.
definitely is.
Right. So we're just gonna wait for her to be keyed in and just hear what she has to say.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to It's a Love Thing Talk.
Yes. Welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. So what we're gonna talk about today with you? I already
Well,
know that you're gonna be one of your topics is walking into your destiny.
yeah,
Mhm.
walking into your destiny is not a microwave type of thing. Walking into your destiny, if you're a child of God, is having fellowship with God, developing your trust in God, developing your relationship with God, reading the word, fellowshipping with other Christians, which in this case is mostly done via Zoom, but that personal relationship and that faith, that experience, when you develop your relationship, you experience your prayers being answered, taking your concerns before the Lord and reading the word, and a lot of your answers come not only through the word, but a lot of times we'll say things through the mouths of other people, and also he will speak to your heart. And walking in your destiny involves patience. It requires patience. That's what I learned. Ever since I was a little child sleeping in a crib, I remember saying I wanted to be a singer. And praise God, he blessed me to sing on multiple choirs. And then eventually he blessed me to start directing choirs. And, now after raising 5 children, being married and raising 5 children, and my children have finally moved out. And after hearing the Lord say, wait on the Lord, wait on him for so many years, I've finally gotten to a place where I want to be, where I'm finally free to be, to walk in, my creativity. I feel like my destiny has always been to use my creativity, to number one, nurture my family, beautify my home, and also to minister to people. And after I still work in the hospital, which is a very demanding position, and I'm also choir director at Transfiguration Baptist Church, and sometimes that can be a bit demanding too. And my ministry is also evangelism, and I try to combine the music and evangelism. But walking in your destiny, having a dream, and letting God help you to develop that gift. And it's like I said, it's something that requires patience, and it's something that requires perseverance also. You actually begin that walk in your destiny as soon as your mind is made up, as soon as your heart knows what your destiny is. That's when you begin your walk. And actually, probably before you even realize what your destiny is, you already began that walk. Just like someone that wants to be a pastor or a minister, and they may rebel against it at the beginning, but they're already on that path. They're already making that walk, because God is going to have his way, one way or another, if requiring that they do let him have his way. But sometimes he has to break our will to get to that point.
And that
So,
good relationship with the Lord.
yes.
You have to really have a great one in order to understand. Some people don't understand walking in your destiny. What do you mean by that? And you explain several things on what you're saying, but you have to be well grounded.
Yes.
Well grounded. It falls with so much, your spirit, how you treat people,
Yeah.
the love that you have for people, to sit back and in your own mirror, observing yourself, observing things that you need to fix within yourself. Okay, you
Mhm.
got to come to certain walks, and you got to walk that walk in order to walk into your destiny. Don't be
Mhm.
concentrating on other people failures out of life because we all fall. Okay, but we have to
Mhm.
get up, just be risen up so we won't fall in that area again. You
Mhm.
know, but it's just so much that comes in with walking into your destiny, your
Yes.
mindset, the way you think,
Mhm.
just the whole thing. But my thing is, I don't be in other people's mirrors. Okay,
Right.
I be in
Right.
my own mirror. I look
Right.
in the mirror and say, what can be fixed with me? Okay, because I'm not a perfect person and never will be perfect. But I want
Mhm.
to walk with perfection. I want if something that I'm doing is not the right thing to do, Lord help me with that. But see, He
Mhm.
looks at your heart. That's the main thing, your heart. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people judge people from the outside. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yes.
you could be whatever on the outside, but what is your inside, your heart? In order to
Mhm.
have a good heart, you need your heart in your mind. Okay, they work together.
Mhm.
In order for you to have a good heart, your mind got to be right.
Yes.
Okay, in order for your mind to be right, that heart got to be right. It's like they Siamese twins.
Mhm.
So I just praise God that I'm walking into my destiny.
Yes.
We are truly walking into our destiny. And
But
people we have to mature with that. That's called
mhm.
maturity. You got to be a hearer of the word, and you got to be a doer.
Mhm.
Yep.
But we all have a, you know what? We all have a calling,
Yeah.
and and I believe that all of us, sir, was for you is for you, and was for me is for me. And this is why I tell people all the time that, you know, what you can do, what your talent in is for you. And the same thing with me or anyone else. Everybody has their own calling that God had gave them, and 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 everybody's calling because God don't make no mistakes. So whatever your calling is from God. It's a blessing to have it from God. So that's what I believe about, your destiny and things that you're destined to do in life.
Mhm.
Absolutely, Dr. Rock. I definitely agree with you. What the Lord has for you is what He has for you. At the end of the day, your purpose is your purpose. So I agree with you, ladies.
Yes. I
Well,
agree also.
what I have to say to you, Evangelist June, okay, this is my buddy, my girlfriend, my sister, all that stuff in Christ. A question to ask you.
Okay.
Do you know what happened up on Capitol Hill today? Because I know you was at work. You were working.
Yeah, I overheard people talking at work, and then I finally got to look on my phone and read a little bit of what was going on, how they broke into the Capitol with weapons, and I'm just like really shocked that more security measures were not taken.
Mhm.
Had that been a different president, I'm thinking, had that been a different group of people, I'm thinking that more strict measures would have been taken. I'm just really flabbergasted. I'm like, wow.
So, if say for instance, because when It's a Love Thing talk show come on, we're
Hmm.
actually broadcast all over the world and
Hmm.
even over in the UK. Now, if there was somebody that was out there
Hmm.
dealing with that situation and involved with not good things, because Sweet Tea did let us know the lady that had got shot, she passed.
Wow.
Okay. If somebody or several people that was out there and looking at this right now, what would you say to them? or that
Oh,
individual?
if several people were out there now and I was there, what would I say to them?
No. If it's several people or just one person that was out there earlier, but they're not there now, but they're looking at this talk show, what would you say to that person or those people that might have been out there causing confusion?
Whew. Number one, that should have never happened. We have a right to democracy, for one thing, coming from a political point of view. We have a right to democracy. You know, I mean, voting is not anything new. You know, I'd like to know, they're saying that they protested this. Now, I'm just coming from work. My head's,
I understand.
pull my head out of dermatopathology and get my head into this. But I'm wondering, I mean, at this point, I have questions. Why, after investigation was done, why do you still think that, you know, why do you think that why do you think there was voter fraud? What are you doing? What are they doing? It looks to me like to be honest, it looks like there were ulterior motives. And I don't approve of what they did. I do not approve of what they did.
Well, you know, the president just cannot take a loss. He just cannot. And that's what's going on. I mean, he's the type that can't. You know, people are like that. They cannot take anything. They have to win on everything. But the thing of it is, he just couldn't take it. But you know, because their power, a lot of people want their power, and that's what he wants. Because I'm sure it's not all about the money; it was about the power. And he thought, and you know, a lot of other presidents got second terms. He didn't. So of course he's like, oh, what? You mean I ain't get a second term? Like,
Well, that's him.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't
Right.
really didn't get a second term, like not real, you know. So and then he has a lot of people that backs him. A lot of them back him, a lot of evil people back him because they think like he do.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't put God first, because if they did, they would not do none of this.
Exactly.
So all I'm saying is, you know, this is the world we're living in. And my thing is, when they have anybody coming for the president, you know, to be a president next time, do your homework.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, because a lot of times he was not a senator before. He was not a vice president before. He was not none of that before. Okay, so now I'm a teacher. Can I be the president next year? Can y'all vote on for me? Really? All I'm saying is, you have to look at the background and see if they was ever in the politics. Do they know about politics? You know, to me, it's about doing your homework, really.
The white extremists don't care nothing about that, you know, because they're a hate group. Okay, they're more about, they want to go with evil more than come with love.
Exactly.
You know, so a lot of them don't even care about that. This is about a hate thing that's going on right now. This is a hate thing that's going on more with Trump and Biden. See, it's something with that situation. It's just that they use the politics as an excuse for not liking Biden with Trump. This is not where they started their problems. It was problems before even this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So with that, we're going to be right back. June, you stay on here. We're going into a commercial. And then all us ladies going to be on, okay?
Okay.
I love this because we're doing some real good stuff. Right, ladies?
Yes. Yes.
So with our audience, we hope you are enjoying our topic. And we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. There's a little bit of technology, little switches that's going on with the signal, but that's okay.
Mhm.
We are all back. Now, I see Sharon in the corner right there down at the bottom. Can we have her come up and move over, or something's going on with Sharon? You need to adjust your camera, Sharon. Okay. But we are back, and we're going to continue on doing some girl chatting, but let's have fun with it. Evangelist June Payne,
Hey,
we are so happy that you're on here today along with Sharon. We just have to get her position where we can see her and everybody else can see her as one. Now, this is a new year. So I want to know, did y'all make your New Year's revelation?
Let's see.
Revolution? I said it wrong. Revolution.
Yeah, New Year's resolution.
Resolutions.
Yeah,
New Year's
New Year's
resolution.
resolution.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, yep. I made my New Year's resolution.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Okay. So it's personal. You made a personal New Year's resolution.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And sometimes
Yes.
it's good. You know, to
Mhm.
do things within yourself is something that's a goal that you want
Yeah.
to accomplish and everything. But one
Mhm.
thing that I made a couple of them.
Mhm.
Okay. But my biggest thing with myself exactly through this show is just to see how this show can impact people
Mm,
heart or coming together. I want to see more love with people that's like
Mhm.
have been through some hurt and pain,
mm,
okay, and bringing it back.
Mhm.
And I hope this talk show would touch somebody's heart and mind to say, you know what? How we talk about that all aboard the flight and all that stuff,
Mhm.
get aboard with that stuff and everything, leave that stuff
mm.
behind, and who want to come in and take a flight with me, with us in 2021. So that's one of the things, honestly, in my heart, is to see people men back together.
No.
Right.
Okay, that's one of the biggest things that I would like to see throughout this year. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen,
But
but
it's
that's
not
Mhm.
far fetched.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely not far fetched. It could happen.
Yeah.
I hope so. And it
Mhm.
comes, comes with the thoughts and just let it go.
Listen, Lady J, we're gonna throw it out there. We're gonna keep the positivity, leave the
Yeah.
Yes.
negativity. So we're gonna throw the positive vibes out in the universe. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's gonna happen. We're gonna say that it's gonna
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is bring a trash can and make sure that I have it right next to me.
Okay.
happen.
Throw it in
Don't
the trash. You know what I'm saying? We
Yes.
want real talk coming in. Throw it in the trash. We don't
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. Throw out the old and bring in the new.
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
you go. There
yeah,
you go.
yeah. So that's one of the things I've been praying on and hoping that can really happen.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
all depends. Go back to the mind and the heart. You know.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
my New Year's resolution is I want to be more healthier, make more healthier choices. I'm not gonna say I want to go on a diet or I want to lose weight because I don't want to just say, oh, it's the new year coming and this is what I'm gonna do just because the new year. But I'm just gonna say I want to make healthy decisions because I am getting older in age and I want to, take better
Mhm.
care of myself. So
Right.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
You're
Mhm.
not getting that much older. Last week you was 16. Remember? Going down to
Right.
the
Right. I'm supposed to go on backwards. So what
That's
I'm gonna
right.
do is I'm gonna make sure I keep being healthy and making those healthy decisions so I can keep going backwards in
I
age.
know that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna have your train and everything. So I'm still
Heard
16.
that. Yes.
That's good stuff. That's good.
Yes.
Mhm.
How about yourself, Evangelist June?
Well, I started not making resolutions, but just like I don't know, acting on them because there's already been a list of things that I wanted to change about my life. One, including my home, because we're empty nesters now, Doug and I. And I just looked around the house and I'm like, I know that we'll be sharing our home with a lot of music associates. I see us doing that. We've already been doing that. And I'm like, the home that I want to present to everybody. If I'm sharing my home, I want it to be nice, not only for us, but for the
Absolutely.
musicians and, whatever we do when we bring people into our home for
Yeah.
worship, number one.
Because that's your identity.
Yeah. So we've been tackling head on, like a bull, just charging in and doing things to renovate and restore our home so we're not embarrassed. And I've also made a resolution to also to improve my health, eating better things. I love to make bone broth soup with tons of vegetables, and just take better care of myself because getting up there in age too, and I want to still be on the dance floor sometimes. I want to still be able to run around and enjoy life, take a walk, and just look at the trees and enjoy life, and I'm just trying to get all the clutter, literal, spiritual, physical, mental clutter out of my life.
Yeah.
And that's going to help me to walk in my purpose so much better.
That's that old baggage that you got to throw out. That's what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to be having game shows and a bunch of other stuff that's coming on this year. So get ready for that, okay? Make sure you get ready for it because we're going to have a good time. We might join together and we could do it right in our own space and do some exercising and all that other kind of stuff, whatever, we could just plan certain things out and what have you. And
you know what? We were talking about with the newlywed game, that would be nice.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
Oh,
We're gonna do that. We're doing a newlywed game. We're doing a couple other things, but I'm just not,
Yes.
Yeah, we have our own dance show too. We miss being on that dance floor. We can have our own little dance party.
No.
exactly.
That's every Friday. That's starting Friday. We got the DJ and it's a love thing. Smooth Breeze starting this Friday evening. And my nephew is actually the DJ. That's a whole hour show.
Oh, okay.
So that's a show that we can have a good time and people could come on. You could party with us and everything. That starts at 8:00. It's from 8 to 9 on Friday.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so key in with us. You can be home and party. We got some great music that's gonna be playing. Old school, good music that's out now. No profane language, none of that crazy.
Exactly.
But just having a nice time. So that flyer is going to be out tomorrow, but we letting you know that in advance and get ready because we're going to have a good time. So June, you ready to have some fun? You got the key in with us, okay?
Okay.
And we hope everybody else will. It's starting this Friday, okay? January the 8th. 2021 at 8 p.m. from 8 to 9, an hour show. We're just having some fun.
Okay.
Okay. So
that sounds really nice.
That does sound nice.
Get your jiggy on, right?
Yes.
Get jiggy with it.
That's right.
I show them that just because we in the pandemic don't mean we still can't party. We could party.
Right.
That's right.
You know what?
That's right.
We have a little fashion show on here.
You know what? No, we are gonna have the talk afterwards. Like we got all that planned out. June, you know where that's gonna be at. Okay. Okay. So with that, we thank you so much, Evangelist June Payne,
Well,
She's
thank you.
She's a
Yes.
beautiful, 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 beautiful
Yes.
person. Thank you so much, even though she's a part of the show, but I'm gonna still say thank you. I'm gonna say
Oh,
thank you to all of you for being a
Yes.
part of this show. And we'll be right back because our time is running out, but we'll be back on Friday.
okay.
All that good stuff and everything. But we'll be right back going into a commercial so we can close out. All right?
All
All
right.
right.
Do that. Okay, we don't. I gotta say this. Excuse what's going on with that, but this time it was our producer, Dave, partying with us with the sound, okay?
All right now, Dave.
That's okay. That's all right. Thank you for partying with us. That's all right. That's some good stuff. All right. So, ladies, we are at the end of
Yes.
the show. If you want to make your conclusions, last comments, and everything, then go
Yeah.
ahead. And then one of y'all can take us out of here, okay? Until
All right.
Friday,
All right.
January the 8th at 8 p.m.
All
Come
right.
party with us. Great sound,
Yes.
great
Yes.
music for everybody. Trust us. You're going to
All
enjoy
right.
it. All right.
All right. Well, guess
I'm gonna take it back to
I
like old
enjoyed.
school. Be there or be square.
Yes. Yes.
Go
Well,
on, Dr. Rock. Go
yeah,
on.
I enjoyed the show today. I thought, the two ladies, the guests was very wonderful.
Yes,
I
they
think
were.
what they said
Both
was
of them.
wonderful. So I thank them for coming on
Yes.
and Sweet Tea and Lady J. Let's get this talk show started next week or Friday. Friday's going to start with their party time, and then we
Mhm.
continue with our great topics that we usually do. So it was nice
Yes.
being with you ladies and talking with you ladies. Definitely.
All right. Always love our audience.
Yes.
Love you.
All
Love
right.
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
Love, love,
Yes.
love, love.
Fill you with kisses.
Bye.
Yes.
I hope